Hey guys, I'm Bex and welcome to another video. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to go on my Goodreads, and I have a list of all of the physical books that I own and haven't read yet, and I thought it would be fun to list them from highest rating to lowest rating and read my highest rated book on there and my lowest rated book on there. So I just filmed that clip and I will put that here. Alright guys, here's my Goodreads. So I'm going to go to my physical TBR little shelf that I have, and I'm going to go to average rating, and it should do the top rated books. Yep, so we have Morning Star and the Red Rising Saga, which is the third book, and I have not yet read the second book, which is Golden Sun, but I own both of them, so that's why they're both on here. So since I haven't read Morning or Golden Sun yet, I'm going to be doing that one for this highest rated book. And it's a 4.45 rating, which is pretty dang good. Alright, and then switch to lowest rated. We have Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, 3.66. And then we also have The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, which is also a 3.66. So they are both on my fall TBR. Since they're the same rating, I think it's only fair that I get to choose which one I want to read. Hopefully that's not cheating, since technically Payback's a Witch is listed first, but I'm going to go with The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake for my lowest rated book. Alright, so as you guys just saw, my highest rated book that I haven't read yet is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. And this is the second book in the Red Rising series. I read Red Rising, which is right there, at the beginning of August. And this one was on my August TBR as well, because I just had a feeling that I would like Red Rising. I really did. I rated it 4.5 stars. And I heard this one is better even, so fingers crossed that it's a 5-star read for me. I think the rating, as you guys just saw on Goodreads, was like 4.4 or something. So that is pretty good. It'll be nice to read this since it was on my August TBR anyway. So this one is like 400 something pages, almost 450 pages. So, you know, a good size, but not huge. So hopefully I can read it in 4 days. Yeah, that's how many days I have before the end of the month, but if not, oh well. This video might be kind of over the span of like a little while, just because I don't get to read as much as I would love with working and stuff. So then the lowest rated book on there, which was tied with Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, but I chose this one, is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, and this one was in my video that I just did, my fall TBR. So again, excited to read this and get this one knocked off of there. I think I'm going to start with Golden Sun and then read this one after, since it'll probably be September when I read this. So perfect. I was kind of surprised that this was, I think, like a 3.65, something like that rating, because I feel like I've heard good things about it, but we'll see what I think. Alright guys, I thought I would give you a little update on my progress of Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I'm currently in my car and it's raining outside, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. But I just got off work and I'm waiting to meet up with some people, and I thought I would read a little bit and also update you guys since I don't think I have once. I'm not extremely far. I'm on page 130, chapter 14, and I'm liking it so far. I haven't had a chance to read a lot this week. It's like super busy. We have a guest staying with us, so we just had things to do every single night, and I work 10-hour shifts, so haven't gotten a lot of reading done. Still hoping to finish it in the next couple days. And I also realized that I never told you what this book or series is about. So since this one is the second one, I'll just kind of explain what Red Rising is about. It is a sci-fi. It follows the main character, Darrow, who in the first book is 16 years old. The society that everyone in this book lives in has different colors for like your class, sort of. It kind of reminds me of The Selection, if you've ever read that, the way the dystopia kind of works, how there's, you know, a different number in the selection for like what your kind of jobs are and how high up in society or how low you are. And this is kind of similar. So he's a red, which is the lowest color, and they like are miners. They live on Mars and they mine materials from Mars to try and make Mars habitable for future generations. But Darrow finds out that pretty much his whole life and everyone's is a lie, and that the higher ups are like already living on Mars. So he basically wants to, you know, kind of get back at them and goes on this whole adventure. And you've probably heard it described as the Hunger Games in space, which I would say is a pretty accurate description of the first book. I think, oh my gosh, there's a line forming behind me at this drive-thru I'm at. I feel like you kind of forget they're in space for some reason, because they're like not just floating around in space, you know, they're like on Mars, on a planet, on land, so you kind of forget that. But yeah, it was really good, the first one, and this one's good so far. It's, yeah, literally just continuing on with Darrow, and he's like 18 in this book, I think. I probably have like, I don't have that much time to read now, but I probably have like 10 minutes, so I'm going to do that. I literally just realized my car's been unlocked this whole time. That freaks me out. Hey guys, I just thought that I would give you a little update because I haven't in a little while, and I'm almost done with the book finally. It's taking me a little bit to read it because of the content. It's not like super fluffy, easy to read writing, you know what I'm saying? It's like war and battles and words that are made up and you have to remember what they mean and who's who, and you know. But I'm on page 397, chapter 47, and there's like 442 pages in this book, I think. So I have about 45 pages left-ish. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it like right now, tonight, so I just thought I'd give you a little update before then. And it's hard because I can't really say anything about this book, especially this one because it's the second in the series, without giving anything away. But I will say that if you've read it, page like 380 or something, no, 365, something around there, something was brought to light that I didn't expect at all. So good job, Pierce Brown. Did not expect that, but this is also kind of a weird angle, but it's getting dark-ish outside, and this is like the only angle to do it where there's sort of good light, so sorry about that. But yeah, I just thought that I would let you guys know I'm almost done and continue to read it and hopefully finish it right now.
Comfortable, and no one seems to hold me like you do. You're so wonderful, a star could never shine as bright as you. Shine as bright as you. Even the dark days still see light, even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out right.
Alright guys, it has been I think 2 days since my last clip of me finishing Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, which as you can kind of see in the video, I cried. The craziest ending and heartbreaking and plot twists, and I did not expect it at all. It was amazing. Overall, I liked this book better than Red Rising, and I gave Red Rising 4.5 stars. So I gave Golden Sun 5 stars, which makes sense because this was my highest rated book on my Goodreads physical TBR, besides the next one in the series, and I'm definitely going to be continuing the series, and can't wait to do that. Cannot wait to see what happens because of the ending of this book. So highly recommend this series in general. And if you didn't absolutely love Red Rising, I do think that this one was better in my opinion, so I would definitely suggest continuing on with the series. But that I finished 2 days ago, and yesterday I started the Atlas 6, which was my lowest rated book on my Goodreads physical TBR. And I read about 40 pages yesterday, and now I am on like page 82, and I really like it so far, even though I'm not very far into it. I am almost a fourth of the way through because there's like 370 something pages. The last like 30 pages is all like snippets of the next book and something else, a snippet of another book by her, so it seems longer than it is. But yeah, so far I'm liking it a lot, and it has multiple POV. of all of the 6 magicians that the book revolves around, and they just entered the secret society, Alexandrian Society. So I'm really excited to now get into it. I feel like it'll really start picking up at about page 100 because they just got there and they're about to start like their, I don't even know, tests, training, something like that. I do think that it kind of takes a little bit to get to know each character because there is 6 different POVs. But obviously they're all interconnected and they're together in the book, so you kind of get snippets of other people as you're reading the character's POV that it is in this part. So we are really excited to keep reading and see kind of what the meat of the book entails and the training part of things. So already I'm reading this book a lot faster than Golden Sun. That book, as I kind of said, was it just takes longer to read. Like, the words are pretty small, which they're also small in this book, and there's so many words on each page, like the margins are really small. But this book is just easier to understand. So even with that being said, I'm reading it quicker, and also there's like 8 parts of this book, I think, 7 or 8, and I'm already on part like 3, and between each part there's like 3 blank pages pretty much. So stuff like that just makes it go faster, and then there's pictures at the beginning of each part like I showed you in one of the clips. So, and also the chapters are pretty short, like 5 or 6 pages usually, so I like that. I'm hoping to finish this. It is Friday today and I've been working all week, so hopefully I'll be able to read a lot this weekend and finish it this weekend and get this video up, because it's, like I said before, taking me longer than I thought to get it up and read these books. But with that being said, I'm going to keep reading and try to read quite a bit more today. It's still pretty early in the day, so I'm hoping to get to page like 150 maybe today. We'll see, but I'm going to keep reading.
With you, I feel so lucky I met you.
I am not sure if I've told you guys yet what exactly this book is about in this video, so I'm going to do that, especially now that I know pretty much what it's all about. So it follows 6 very, very talented magicians, like 6 of the most talented magicians in the world. And this guy named Atlas Blakely, is that even his name? I think. Atlas Blakely finds each one of them and invites them to meet with him to see if they want to join the Alexandrian Society, which is a secret society that houses some of the most like secret archives, and pretty much only people that are in the Alexandrian Society have access to them, so they learn a lot. And they're told at the beginning that there are 6 of them and that only 5 will be chosen to continue on past a year to actually be initiated into the Alexandrian Society, because the first year is just kind of, I don't want to say classes because it's not classes, but sort of, and they learn, different things about magic or whatever. So from the get-go, they all kind of try to make alliances with some of the other people, some of the other 6 magicians, because they know that one of them won't make it to the last year, and they're under the impression that they get to choose who they basically eliminate after a year. So yeah, it follows all of their POVs, and they start learning more about kind of the secrets of the society, secret society. And as it says at the end of the synopsis, they will fight tooth and nail for the right to join the ranks of the Alexandrians, even if it means they won't all survive the year. So take that to mean what you will, but they're kind of, figuring stuff out and trying to survive the year. I am liking it quite a bit. It's probably in the 4-star range. It isn't exactly what I expected it, and I will say it is also a little bit kind of slow in the middle. Like at the beginning, you're meeting all of them and they're just, arriving at the headquarters or whatever for the secret society. And so that's interesting. And then the middle is just kind of a lull. Not a lot happens, to be honest. But with that being said, I do still find myself wanting to pick it up and read, and I'm enjoying it as I'm reading it. But I definitely think that most of the book is leading up to the end, which I know that that's mostly all books, but I don't think it has to be. I think that there can be stuff going on in the middle too that keeps you kind of interested and on your toes. And we have learned, a couple things here and there, but nothing too crazy. But I am excited for the end and to see what happens. And I've heard that it leaves on a really big cliffhanger and that you just have to read the second book and that is out. So I'm probably going to be, since I'm enjoying this book in general too. So I have about 110 pages left. Yeah, so I'm gonna read a little bit more today and then finish it tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later.
See those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky, and I feel so lucky I met you. It's not logical the way I feel when you walk in the room. When you walk in the room, it's not optional. How gravity just pulls me right to you.
Alright guys, it is in fact the next day, and I did in fact finish the Atlas 6 like 20 minutes ago. So I guess we'll just kind of give you guys my thoughts on both books. As I already said, loved Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This was my highest rated book with I think a 4.4 star rating on Goodreads, something like that, and I rated it 5 stars. I kind of already said my thoughts on it, so really loved it, highly recommend. And I know why it's 4.4 something star rating on there, which is really good for Goodreads, so not surprised. And then I haven't yet given you my final thoughts on the Atlas 6 yet. So this book, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to rate it quite yet. I think it'll be around 4.25 stars, something around there, because I really enjoyed it. The ending though, I was expecting more from the ending. As you guys can kind of see in the clip, I had like no reaction to the last like 10 pages, and even before that, not really. There wasn't any like plot twist or anything in my opinion that happened, or maybe it's just because I kind of guessed it, I don't know. But I am wanting to read the next one, the Atlas Paradox, and I think the last one. I think it's just the 2 in the series, but I do want to read that because I am curious to see what happens. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need to read that book next. Like, I probably won't read it next. I don't own it yet, so I'll probably, buy it soon, but no rush. But yeah, I really liked it. I liked most of the characters. Some aren't super likable, but I didn't hate them. And I guess that's all I really have to say about it. And this one was rated, I think like a 3.6 something on Goodreads. Was my lowest rated book on there that I own, tied with another one. So even if I rate it 4 stars, I will have still liked it better than the rating on there, which I think is a success. So this video was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed my little reading vlog of these books, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!